A victory this week for many Colorado churches. A Denver federal judge ruling that COVID-19 mask wearing and capacity rules do not apply to places of worship because they violate the constitutional right to religious freedom.
Andrew Womack Ministries in Woodland Park recently took the same stance, blatantly violating social distancing rules. KRDO News Channel 13's Scott Harrison is live in Colorado Springs with a closer look at that ruling. Scott.
Well, earlier today, we spoke with a constitutional law attorney and with an associate law professor at the University of Colorado. They tell us why the federal judge ruled as he did and whether his ruling will affect two upcoming court proceedings on this matter. Teresa Sidebotham is an attorney experienced in constitutional issues and the First Amendment's freedom of religion protection. She explains the factors behind the federal judge's ruling in the church health order case.
And what he said is the government can issue the orders that it needs to issue around COVID and for health, but what it can't do is it can't treat secular organizations differently from religious organizations or more favorably.
But some say the more that both sides are treated differently with health orders, the harder it is for state and local governments to enforce those orders. That's why this associate law professor at CU was surprised by the ruling.
I was a little surprised because the Supreme Court has heard arguments, or rather has received briefing in similar cases, and the Supreme Court has said that such orders pass constitutional muster. So it was a little surprising to see a district court judge go against basically what the Supreme Court has ruled in similar situations.
That decision is now being appealed by the state. A three-judge panel on the U.S. Court of Appeals will rule in that case. And next week, the state will join Teller County in a hearing. They're seeking a temporary injunction to keep Andrew Womack Ministries of Woodland Park from violating future health orders, as it did during a recent conference. And that University of Colorado law professor that we heard from says that politics can play a role in these rulings, especially at the higher court levels. In the federal case that we were telling you about, the judge, Daniel Domenico, was appointed by President Trump, but he was opposed by some Senate Democrats for the stance that he took on certain social issues. We are live in Colorado Springs. Scott Harrison, KRDO News Channel 13.